Legends thrive in the places we dare not go. They live in whispered tales, passed down from generation to generation, always warning us to tread carefully, to avoid certain paths, and to remember that sometimes the scariest things are those that hide in the dark. Tonight, let us explore three of the most haunting legends, where reality and fear blend into one. They call her La Llorona, the weeping woman. Her name is spoken in hushed tones throughout Latin America, a warning, a cautionary tale. Her story is a tragedy that transformed into a nightmare, a tale as sorrowful as it is terrifying. Her legend began long ago, some say in a small village. Others insist she was once a wealthy woman, known for her beauty and her fierce love for her children. But there's one detail everyone agrees on. When her husband betrayed her, jealousy turned to rage. Despair and fury blinded her, leading her to the edge of madness. In that terrible moment, she drowned her children, the life slipping from them before she realized the horror of her actions. Consumed by grief, she threw herself into the river, unable to live with what she'd done. But death did not bring her peace. Instead, it cursed her, binding her to the world of the living, to search endlessly for the children she lost. Over the centuries, people have reported strange encounters, seeing a woman in white walking by the water's edge, her long dark hair hiding her face. Some say her gown floats like mist around her, and her wails pierce the night, chilling those who dare to listen. It's said that to hear her cry is to invite misfortune, that her grief is contagious, bringing sorrow to those who encounter her. Some believe that those who hear her weeping are marked for tragedy, and that La Llorona may mistake the living for her lost children, dragging them to the depths of the river to share her eternal torment. In Japan, there's a legend so terrifying that it's said even children grow up with warnings never to venture out alone at night. They speak of Kuchisake-Onna, the slit-mouthed woman, a figure that haunts the streets, asking a question no one dares answer. Her tale dates back to the Edo period, when jealousy drove a samurai to madness. She was his wife, beautiful and admired, but her beauty became her curse. The samurai, driven by suspicion, was convinced she had betrayed him. In a fit of rage, he attacked her, slashing her mouth from ear to ear, marking her forever with a haunting smile. But her story doesn't end with her death. They say her spirit wanders, restless, seeking validation, forcing others to confront her beauty and her curse. She appears on deserted streets, waiting silently in the shadows, dressed in a surgical mask and modern clothing. She approaches her victims with a single question: "Am I pretty?" If you answer yes, she pulls down her mask, revealing the twisted smile that stretches impossibly wide across her face. Then she asks again, "Am I pretty now?" Each answer brings a new horror. Say yes again, and she attacks, leaving you scarred. Say no, and her wrath is instant and unforgiving. Some say there's a way to escape her. Answer with confusion, so or you're average, and she might pause, allowing you to slip away. But few have tried, and fewer still have lived to tell their tale. Our final legend brings us to the quiet countryside, to fields and farms where terror strikes silently in the night. This is the legend of El Chupacabra, the goat sucker, a creature both feared and hunted, yet never caught. It began in the 1990s with reports from Puerto Rico. Farmers awoke to a nightmare. Animals found dead rained of blood, with strange puncture marks on their bodies. The name Chupacabra spread, describing this elusive creature that preys on livestock, vanishing before anyone can catch it. Witnesses describe it as a creature like no other, a twisted hybrid with scales, spines, and eyes that glow an unnatural red. Some say it resembles a reptilian creature, with spikes along its back, moving in shadows and disappearing before it's fully seen. Theories about El Chupacabra are as wild as the creature itself. Some claim it's an alien life form left on Earth by unknown forces. Others insist it's a government experiment gone wrong. No matter what it is, El Chupacabra has become an omen, a creature of the night that vanishes without a trace. Even now, the Chupacabra remains an unsolved mystery. Wherever it goes, fear and death follow, leaving nothing but questions and cold, empty fields in its wake. So if you find yourself in the quiet countryside and the animals are restless, perhaps it's best to stay inside and lock the doors. These legends, though separated by distance, are united by fear, the unknown, and the feeling that something lurks just beyond our sight. They are tales that live in the shadows, reminding us that sometimes it's what we can't see that haunts us the most. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the eerie and the unexplained. Until next time, remember to tread carefully. For there are things in this world that defy understanding, that live beyond the veil of night.